mansplaining.
Yeah, it could be John. Mansplaining by John.
John mansplains books.
If I could just get you guys to clap, kind of up by your faces.
Sure. Take one.
I would prefer that every cover we did had an actual visual artist, not a photograph. I mean, we could buy photographs from photographers, but I prefer artwork, which is a little more expensive to do because you have to buy. So the first book we did a cover where the artist took it and designed the art for us, specifically for the grass people. But in general, there's a lot of artwork out there that lends itself really well to a book cover. It's just a personal preference too. It's very subjective, right?
Half of our books last year used Saskatchewan artists and their work, and we want to continue in that in the future.
We have a book designer that we work with, and she really chooses the font. And she gets the manuscript before it's edited so she can read it and kind of get a feel for the material and the subject and the style of the writer. So I have more input for her on the cover design than I would on the font, because she's generally picked fonts that I liked and have agreed with, and she's very talented. So
Tanya's awesome. Tanya knows fonts. NetGalley is a website. It's a service that publishers can access, and you pay a fee to them, and in return you upload your book, your ebook, to the site, and then there's thousands and thousands of people who review books, on a really small scale and on a really big scale. And so you try to get your book noticed there, and you make it available for folks, and they download it, and it's worked pretty well for us. We've got about 20, just over 20 reviews so far in about a month and a half being up there, and it'll be up there for a full 6 months. So, we're hoping to get 40 or 50 reviews out of it, and hopefully that generates some sales.
What does that mean?
Well, right, there's bloggers and booktubers, I guess they're called, where you can get your author, you can just let people know that the author is going to be available for interviews in a specific time frame, and get them to book an interview. They'll do the interview over the phone or via email and give you a promotion like that. And it's certainly, it's probably not as effective as an in-person book tour where you're going into bookstores across the country to sign books or whatever, but, who can afford that?
okay, well, I think when I was considering that question for a few minutes, I was thinking more of a personal connection to books, in that I grew up in a really large family and we didn't have a lot of money, but I always had books, so that was kind of a link to another world while I was growing up. And I felt like it was a lifeline, really, and I think books are a lifeline for a lot of people. And, you can go to a library and they're free books. You don't have to pay for them, and everybody has access to that. And I think it is, on top of being a lifeline, it's just a connection to other worlds and expands the universe for people.
At their best, books tell the stories of our society, and it's just kind of fun being part of that.